Hello and welcome to the Bristol part of the Resistance Glitch Exhibition series. So this one is actually going to be a mega episode. It's going to be all three in one because Bristol is the shortest part of the game. Additionally, at this point, the videos are going to start getting more sparse. The game becomes a lot more run and gun than it does glitches and tricks. Most of those are at the middle of the run. There will be some more videos, but as a heads up, Bracknell is going to be one video, and it's only going to cover a part because Bracknell is completely empty of really anything. So, anyway, so at the start of this level, we're thrown into an FMV. You have two options here. You can either kill yourself with a hedgehog if you have one, or choose not to. The reason you want to do that is because if you get into position, which I've messed up, the first two, what you can do is you can use these vehicles, the Jeep, the first stalker, or the second stalker, of which I miss all of them, to get pushed out of bounds. So let's try that again. So notice I'm not thrown into an FMV this time, which gives me a chance to actually use the Jeep. The Jeep is the first one that comes to get you, but I've never figured out how to get out of bounds on the Jeep. Usually I just use the stalkers. Ooh. They were misbehaving for me earlier today as well. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do this. Unfortunately, now bear with me. I'm gonna use the word. This is all RNG, and there's really nothing you can do about it. The stalkers might move in one pattern one time, then they'll move in a different pattern another time. They might blow up before they even come out. I've seen it all happen. They can do some crazy things, but you can get you can get over the mass invisible wall by all three means. So once you're out here, pretty much the entire level is open to you. The only thing that's not is there's no way to get to the other side of this bridge on the upper floor. You can go down there and cross to those rocks, but the world kind of just ends in most directions. If you go this way, you can go all the way around the level up to over there where the base is, and then that's it. But it's still quick to get out of bounds because it lets you skip this entire level, which would otherwise be devoid of pretty much anything. I will point out a couple things of interest. That's the hedgehog quarter. It's usually death. So, a Titan spawns here at this point. When it spawns, you can ignore it. There is no reason to fight it. Simply walk past it and go. That's only in the no out of bounds category. In this room, which is the hedgehog field of death, simply walk along this railing and then hop on up, and the only hedgehogs that'll spawn are the first two, and you can shoot one of them. You'll usually only take about a bar of damage. The rest of this level is pretty straightforward. It's just, what you see is what you get. Careful if you fall in. Usually what you want to do is go over, hop on that rock, hop over here on the other side of this railing. Don't hop on this side of it because you'll get stuck. hop on the other side, and just slide on down below. The reason I fell in is because I want to show you, if you do fall in over here by some means, what you can do is simply head through this little corridor, and through here you'll be able to just walk past everything. If I had come in over that railing, I would have skipped the trigger and none of these guys would have spawned. Thankfully, they're all pretty easy and pretty negligible to deal with. But those are your two options. Obviously, if you don't go out of bounds, because you're running the no out of bounds category, you could take that small shortcut, and that saves some time. If you fall in early, you can take that. It might actually be faster to fall in early. Don't know though. I'd have to time that. If it is, it doesn't save more than 10 seconds. Anyway, so the second level. This is the most interesting of them all. So the thing about this level is, if you're doing any difficulty other than superhuman, well, first, I have a multitude of things I need to explain here, really. You clip through this door at the start of the level, making this technically the shortest level in the run. But the thing is, it's actually faster to go get the dragon, which if you don't get it in this level, you don't get it during the run. I could have gotten it in the last level, but it's not convenient to do so unless you have a co-op partner, because then you can send your co-op partner down to go grab it, as you could likewise do in this mission. So the way to do that is going to be to come here, jump, fire a 40, swap to your Rossmore to take out any guys the 40 doesn't kill, and then, and then clean up this hallway. So that's how you do that on easy. Probably medium would also be fine. But if you want to run on a difficulty more challenging than that, then I will show you an alternate strategy to doing that. So this is the clip. You just sit in this corner right here and push. And it literally just pushes you through. So the thing here is you want to not get stuck. So if I had actually pushed forward, I would have gone into this. I would have gone on top of that like stone thing you see right there, and it would have just dropped into the room. The end of the level is over there, and that's that. And on any percent, I do that. Superhuman, what I like to do is after this. Oh, I didn't actually know you could jump back into the level like that. On Superhuman, what I like to do is actually all that terrain and stuff you saw down below is still the level. There we go. Is still level. So, for instance, that's the room where all the guys I killed were. There's some leapers in that room that I despawned. You can just drop down here. It'll do damage, but you'll live. Even on Superhuman, you'll live. And then you can get the dragon, and you can go up that way. So if you were running any percent, you'd go there. The glitchless, not glitchless. The no out of bounds strat, for the rest of this level, it's just gonna be run to the end. But there are like 2 or 3 little glitches and out of bounds that are entertaining. So I'm gonna grab that health. Unfortunately, you'd never come here unless you're doing no out of bounds, so everything at this point is just for coolness points. There's not really any advantage to it. It will show you, though, the fastest way to do this. You actually don't have to deal with this Titan at all. You could go through the middle, but I prefer to go around to the right like this. It's a little bit slower, but it also skips, not skips, but you get to deal with these enemies immediately when they spawn. Otherwise, that they'll just harass you. And compared to the previous videos, I'm sure you can already see how significant of a change this dragon makes on enemy killing. It speeds it up drastically. As a word of warning, you can actually fall into this elevator pit and die. So take care about that. But yeah, that's the fastest way. You just go around the left, what we're looking at now, left side of the room. And you call that a day. Alright, this is where things start getting interesting. So you see how this is a set of iron bars? Can't do anything with it, right? Well, that is true. It's also true for this side. But going through this room, twiddles thumbs as he goes through the room. Didn't think that one through, did I? You see another one of these gates, and you'll think, alright, well, it's the same. I'm being chased. Nah. You could squeeze right through that. In fact, every single one of these bars, except maybe this edge one, you could squeeze right through. And this wall is pass through. Once you pass through it, though, you are stuck. You have to commit to this. And this fall looks a bit far, but you can simply aim for this thing, and you can land on the right of it. So from this point, if you go down on top of the bunker, you can also get on top of this in the multiplayer map, but I don't remember how. You can go on top of the bunker and walk around. You can go down there. Once you pass through this first wall, you're through it. There's no turning back. Same with this net. Once you're through this net, you're through it. There's no going back. You also get a pop like that. So if I fall down there now, I'm stuck. But what you can do from here is hop like onto this girder, hop onto this girder, and this wall is not a one-way. And then you can just have some fun, hop around these girders. Unfortunately, there's a giant invisible wall in front of this doorway. And these two sides are fake or not real, so you won't actually be able to do anything there. It looks cool, but there's nothing there. It's a real shame. But yeah, it's just if you want to get out of bounds, it's an interesting thing to do. There is an invisible wall right here, but you can get over it simply by jumping into the corner of this stairwell. It's not too hard to get over. And then one last thing to point out. I think this is how you do it in the multiplayer map. All it's gonna do here is soft lock me. You can come to this door and push into the corner. The way to do it. I just gotta find it. And you can get behind this door, and it will let you get into the wall, and then you can use that to get up out of bounds. I'm not succeeding on doing this. But that's fine. Trust me, you can clip through this door. Or you can clip behind this door and it's a soft lock and it's really annoying. It's not fun. Anyway. I could kill myself, but the room's at the top of this lift. And all the enemies are dealt with, so I'm just gonna go finish it. 15 minutes. Oh, hi. Twiddles thumbs as he goes through this room again. I like to go around the left side of the room. You can really go either, but left side feels a little shorter. And there's also less enemies to deal with. Alright. And then the last thing in this level, not the last thing, is this hallway, or these doors. You can actually, this one, the first one on the right, you get into this position and you can push through. They're pretty easy to push through. When you get to this position, just jump and move a little bit and you'll be able to squeeze through. Don't move too much like that or you won't be able to get through. Just gotta keep moving. There we go. And there's a ledge here you can stand on. You can actually see what this level looks like on the outside. Nothing to do here, unfortunately. You can jump into that elevator shaft and fall down and die. This one doesn't work. At least I couldn't get it to work. However, this side, it does work. But the moment you get through, you'll fall to your death. I could not find a platform or ledge to stand on. From there, it's more rooms that it honestly feels like the developers tacked on simply for the sake of tacking more rooms on. I'm not a fan of how unnecessarily long Bracknell 2 was made, or Bristol 2 was made. Well, that was a bad air fuel. Oh, never mind. It hit the two steel or hard fangs. See, again, this kind of just seems to go on, like, not necessarily with a point. And then the last going back to doors that have just pointless clipping, you can clip here in between these two doors. And then, like, I don't know what this is. I mean, technically you could see that guy over there, but I don't know if you can do anything about it. Oh, I just aggroed him. You full well can. And then this one you can clip too. But if you clip here, it's not going to do anything for you except send you behind the door. It's just what happens. And then this is the end level trigger. Right there. Alright. And now, Bristol 3. Bristol 3 takes 54 seconds to complete. I will try to explain it in that time. It's not very complicated. So, ideally, this level is set on a trigger of kill 3 Titans and 3 of the 4 mortar cannons. So ideally what you want to do is you definitely want to take out these 2 Titans, or those back 2 Titans at the same time. The fact that I missed them was unfortunate. Oh, I didn't get that cannon. Oh, okay, so you don't have to get that cannon. I actually didn't. You only have to destroy 3 cannons, but it can be any cannons. I got lucky and destroyed a cannon over behind the wall. But anyway, yeah, that's literally it. You want to try to take out those 2 titans in the back. If you don't take the 2 titans like you saw at the same time, that's the fastest way to do that. And then the mortars are pretty resistant to your gunfire, but they get one shot by your rockets. So aim at them, get a rocket to fly into it, back to the titans. You could do them either or, rotate them however you want, like I did. You saw that took less than a minute to do. But you could definitely get it pretty fast with the correct pattern. Anyway, that's Bristol. The next one's gonna be a short video on Bracknell, just how to do the first part of Bracknell 1 optimally. There's literally nothing else to the rest of it. If you want to see a guy do it, you're better off watching a speed run. You're not going to gain anything from this. And then next time we'll come back and see if we'll come back with London, which might have a video because it has some interesting stuff to it. It has 2 interesting things in it. I don't like London. Anyway, yep, that's that. See y'all next time. Peace.